Hey kids, welcome back to Musing Bill. Thank you for joining me today. Today we have a special treat. Now, this is the second time that I have, this will be the second time that I've seen Mr. Tim Minchin performing, and this is only been released a couple days ago, which means it's fresh, hot off the press. Now, I've been schooled on Tim Minchin. I know he's a Grammy winner. I know he's a hell of a looker, a ginger, in fact. And I think his fans are called Ginger Biscuits. Is that right? Is that correct? Is that anybody? Anyway, yes, Ginger Biscuits. It is. And I know he did a song called "Play It Safe" as a nod to the Sydney Opera House and its 50th anniversary. Congratulations, Sydney. Well done. Well played. So, this is a very, very short video, and I really had a lot of trepidations about doing this because it's a really short video. I was thinking about just slowing myself down, but I wouldn't be able to do that because I would fall asleep on myself. So, what I would like to do, and the reason I'm doing this, not just because it came out 2 days ago, I was intrigued that it's about Donnie Darko. It's called Donnie Darko for Dummies. That's interesting. Donnie Darko came out in 2001, and I got into it because my oldest son was really into it at the time, and I liked the movie a lot. And it's a weird movie, which is right up my alley, because I really like weird movies. And I don't know why Tim has decided to do like a little, thing as like a Cliff Notes, for Donnie Darko. Something's going on, Tim? Something you maybe want to tell us? I feel like I'm looking at him right in his eyes. But I'm not. I'm looking at you guys. Because you guys are sitting there going, what the hell is he talking about? Just play the damn video, will you, son? I agree. We should play this. And guess what? Guess what I'm going to do? I'm not going to pause this. I'm not. Not unless I have to. Like there's a fire in the room. The cat jumps on my lap. I got to pee really bad. So bad I can't even wait a minute or half a minute or whatever. But otherwise, we are going to take this in together, you and I, and see where he's going to go with this. Because I got to admit, it's probably been, I don't know, maybe like a dozen years since I've seen Donnie Darko. At least a dozen years. So, I mean, I remember a lot of the gist of it. But, maybe I need to be reschooled. So let us, you and I, see what's up. And let Mr. Minchin do the talking. Or perhaps singing. Let's see.
But it's cool, because he's out sleepwalking.
No, we cannot do that. No, too short for that nonsense. Here we go.
So there's this kid called Donnie Darko. This aeroplane engine falls through his roof and lands where he's just been, but it's cool, because he's out sleepwalking, as is his habit, engaged in apocalyptic discourse with this freaky 6-foot rabbit. You see, our Donnie, in reality, doesn't have a firm hold. The rabbit teaches him about time travel and wormholes. He burns down Patrick Swayze's house, because the rabbit tells him to. He shags a chick called Gretchen, and the rabbit shows him what to do. Then they have a Halloween party with 80s tunes and beer, and they ride on their bikes through the night, and that's when things get weird. You see, the rabbit's drunk behind the wheel, and Gretchen cops a car full. So Donnie pulls out a gun and shoots a rabbit in the eyeball. Then he carries his girlfriend's body up the hill above their town and watches as the parallel universe he's been living in tumbles down. Then he uses telekinesis to rip an engine off a plane, and he's sucked back through the wormhole, and he's back at the beginning again. So when the jet comes through his ceiling, he's tucked up in his bed, and the rest of the world is safe. But Donnie Darko's dead. This film's an examination of time and space and psychosis, and an excellent example of why they developed myxomatosis.
Nice. Yeah, that
So
was.
there's this kid called Donnie.
That was cool. That was really cool. And yeah, that's the sum of it. Even more so because I forgot some of that after he mentioned about the gunshot to the eye. I was like, oh, that's right. Then he sees him later. And if you guys haven't seen this movie, you really ought to. It is, like he says, it's a brilliant uh, example of time travel and psychosis, and you're not really sure what the hell's going on in the film. I think there's a lot of interpretation to it. So I want to hear this again. I hope you don't mind. Listen, if you don't mind, hang out with me. Let's watch this again because I want to take in some more of what he's saying here.
So there's this kid called Donnie Darko. This aeroplane engine falls through his roof and lands where he's just been, but it's cool, because he's out sleepwalking, as is his habit, engaged in apocalyptic discourse with this freaky 6-foot rabbit. You see, our Donnie, in reality, doesn't have a firm hold. The rabbit teaches him about time travel and wormholes. He burns down Patrick Swayze's house, because the rabbit tells him to. He shags a chick.
Now that I don't remember. Was Patrick Swayze in that movie? I don't remember. Maybe it was like a guest spot. Yeah, like I said, it's been a long time. I know Jake is in there, Jake Gyllenhaal, but wow, Patrick Swayze's in that too, and he burns down his house. It's like I vaguely remember that. So thanks, Tim. Now I definitely have to see this movie again. Back just a bit here.
He burns down Patrick Swayze's house, because the rabbit tells him to. He shags a chick called Gretchen, and the rabbit shows him what to do. Then they have a Halloween party with 80s tunes and beer, and they ride on their bikes through the night, and that's when things get weird. You see, the
80s tunes is because I believe it takes place in the late 80s. That I do remember. So that would be the reason why for that. Man, so much of this is vague, but I remember when I did watch it, how they, I knew it's kind of hard to tell in the beginning. Like sometimes you see like the cars and you think like, what period is this supposed to be into? But I do remember hearing the songs. I don't remember what the songs are off the top of my head, but yeah, definitely late 80s set.
Rabbit's drunk behind the wheel, and Gretchen pops the car full. So Donnie pulls out a gun and shoots a rabbit in the eyeball. Then he carries his girlfriend's body up the hill above their town and watches as the parallel universe he's been living in tumbles down. Then he uses telekinesis to rip an engine off a plane, and he's sucked back through the wormhole, and he's back at the beginning again. So when the jet comes through his ceiling, he's tucked up in his bed, and the rest of the world is safe. But Donnie Darko's dead. This film's an examination of time and space and psychosis, and an excellent example of why they developed myxomatosis. So there's this kid called Donnie Darko.
That's cool. You guys liked it? Very, very, I wonder why, Very cool. Is this, it released 2 days ago, but is this like something that's, it is new? Like is this from something? I hear like the laugh track going on. So is this like it's something that's live that he's been put into this? If anybody knows anything, I didn't get any notes coming into this. I was told that there really wasn't much of anything. So whatever you can do to pop in there and educate me, I would really appreciate it. I am definitely getting to some of his other stuff. I just wanted to kind of throw this out there as a Donnie Darko guy, and just to see what he says. And beside that, Donnie Darko for Dummies, dude, I'm right in there. So thank you for hanging out with me. Please comment, like what you see. Please like and subscribe. I'm going to leave the link for this video in the description box so you can send Tim all your love yourself and tell him I said hi. Until the next time, thank you guys. Bye.